everyone, today we are going to learn the difference between percentile and percentage. This is a very important lecture, so stay tuned till end. Today I will clear your concept that how percentile differ from percentage. I'll give you the example. I'll give you the method of finding the percentile, although most of us know how to find the percentage, but most of us are unaware how to find the percentile and what is the purpose of finding the percentile. So today I am going to clear your concept so that you can have the clear idea regarding the difference between percentile and percentage. So first of all, I will start with the percentage so that you can easily compare it with the percentile, as most of us have the idea regarding percentage. So percentage is defined as a number or ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. So it means whenever you have to express the percentages, it will always have a 100 in the fraction form. How? If I write here like 20%, so this is the sign of percentage, 20%, it will be equals to 20 divided by 100. So in percentage, we will always have 100 in the denominator, or you can say that this percent sign is replaced by 1 over 100. So this is basically a percentage. As its name is indicate, percent means per means each and cent means 100, per 100. Any number that is represented as per 100 is called as the percentage. So basically you can also say that this is the part and this is the whole. So a percentage is represented by part over whole. If we have 100 over 100, you will say it's a whole number having the same numerator and denominator. So a percentage is basically a number or ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. It gives the information about ratios and proportions. You can also write it in the fractional or decimal form, as you can write it as well as 0.20, or you can also write it as 20 divided by 100. Or you can simplify it further. So one is the decimal form and the other is the fractional form. So it means you can convert the percentage into the decimal as well as fraction. So a percentage tells you about the proportion of a part out of the whole. So 20 divided by 100 is basically also a formula that you can use to find the percentage. And keep this in mind that percentage refers to the particular case. What does it mean by a particular case? So a percentage is basically based on a particular case. Now what does it mean by particular case? It means you have to find the percentage of a single thing. You are not going to compare it. You are not making comparisons. So it refers to a particular case. For example, you have to find the percentage of a student who have got the marks of 50 out of 100. You have to multiply it with 100 and it means the student have got 50% marks. So you are telling about the 50% marks of a student, not the marks of a student in relation to the other students. So this is a particular case. But when it comes to the percentile, the concept is entirely changed. So a percentile is defined as a percentage of data that falls below the given value. So whenever you will be asked to find the percentile, you will be given with some value, a reference value, below which the percentage you have to calculate. Now what does it mean? Let's have an example, then you will be more clear. So here we have an example. If there are 20 students in a class and in a test, one of the students whose name is John have got 12 marks out of 15 and John's rank is 5. Now what does it mean? Rank means that John's the marks that John have attained is at the 5th position and there are 4 students who have got better marks than John. And what percentage of the students scored below John? So here comes the purpose of the percentile. When you need to find the percentage of the students or the percentage of the students or whatever the population is, the students below a certain standard or a value. So here we have what percentage of the students scored below John. This is called percentile. So it means you are going to find the percentile here. So how to find the percentile? We have two different methods of finding the percentile. But first I will tell you the method of a simple formula for finding the percentile, and there is also another method. So the formula of percentile is number of students with marks less than the given student. Here the given student is John, divided by the number of total students multiplied by 100. So we have to find first the numerator then denominator, and how we have to find, let's see. Keep this in mind, rank plays a very important role in the percentile. It means you are at which position in the class based on your marks that you have secured. So that you have got. So here John is at the position of 5. It means John is in the top 5 positions. So he has got 12 marks out of 15. So our concern here are not the marks. Our concern here is the rank and the number of students. Keep this in mind. In percentile, we do not look at the marks. We look at the rank and the total number of the students. So here we have in the numerator number of students with marks less than given student. So as the John is at the 5th rank, so it means out of 20 students there are 15 students that are below John. It means if you can find it as by writing 20 minus 5. 5 is the rank, 20 is the total number of students, divided by total number of students, that are 20, multiplied by 100, as we are going to find the percentage. So what we will get is 75%. So this is the percentile, or you can write it as 75% ILE, 75 percentile. So what does this 75 percentile mean? Let's write the result here. It will tell you what is the purpose of finding the percentile. So 75 percentile means 75% of students score is less than John's score. So this is the main purpose of using the percentile. Percentile is telling you position of the student in comparison to the other students. So we are making the comparison in percentile. While in case of percentage, if we take the same example, what we can do? We just can find the percentage as we have to make use of the score of the John that he has got, that is 12 out of 15 multiplied by 100, that will be equals to 80%. So 80% is telling us the individual score, individual percentage. It is giving us the value that is related to a particular case, that is John. But it is not telling us his comparison with the rest of the class. So in the percentile, we have made the comparison as by finding the percentage of the students that fall below John. So we have found that 75% of the students' score is less than John's score. So this is the basic purpose of the percentile, and this is how they differ from percentage. Percentile make use of the ranks and the number of students, but percentage makes use of the score that the student have got. So there is a big difference between the two. So percentile is usually used in the scores like SAT and GRE, where the comparison needs to be made among the students. So this is the one method of finding the percentile. You can also find the percentile by another method. Second method of finding the percentile is cumulative relative frequency, that can also be used to find the percentile. So I'll write here, this is the second method, and this method is usually used when you have a set of values, when you have the you can say the a set of values and a frequency distribution table in which you have the relative frequency, when you have the cumulative relative frequency, and with the help of cumulative relative frequency you can easily find the percentile. One more thing that I just forgot is percentile is basically represented by like XTH, that is 75th percentiles, 30th percentile, 70th percentile, while percentage is represented by percentage sign. So this is just a representation. And keep this in mind that percentile is usually helpful in scores like SAT, GRE, where we need to make the comparison among the students. These SAT and GRE type tests we don't need the individual scores or the percentage that we usually find of the student in a particular case. We need the comparison. So in SAT and GRE type tests, we need the percentile. So that's all from today's lecture. Hope so it will help you a lot. Thank you.